after finding out from my doctor the correct medical diagnosis of my eyesight problem. It's still confusing because it's never really been clarified exactly what the problem is with my eyesight. But to give you a rough idea, certain information that my eyes will pick up is not transferred to my brain. So it's like looking at squares on a screen and say there's 50 squares and each square contains a certain amount of information. Well, out of the 50 squares, my eyesight will only pick up 25. So the other 25 is invisible, so to speak. It doesn't get transferred over. So the more information in a video game, the harder it is for me to play it. Take Minecraft. I have a complete mental block when it comes to playing Minecraft. There's so much information, but the information is extremely intricate. So it confuses me. And of course, the information that I need to play the game is blocked out from going to my brain. So I can look at it. And although it's a very simple, basic game, I have great difficulty. And so, through life, although I've only been playing video games since 2012, online that is, there are games that I just cannot play because my eyesight is such a disadvantage for me. So every video game that I've come across, the faster it is, the harder it is. You take Call of Duty. Now, that game is so fast, I can't play it. But you take Destiny. I can play Destiny, but I can't do the raids on Destiny. In year one, I remember once, I'll never forget it, we done totems and I got absolutely nothing. Then we done War Priest, I got absolutely nothing. Then we done Golgoroth, and I got absolutely nothing. As I said before, calcitonas make playing video games extremely harder. So I asked myself the question, what's the point of doing the raids when you get nothing? Because on Destiny it's all luck. Some people get more luck than others. I mean, I remember watching a video where this guy is explaining how to get the grasp of Malik, a particular fusion rifle, which is very good. And he went through his arsenal. He had 15, right? I believe it's either 15 or 8 or 9 displayed on his character of grasp of Maliks. Now, obviously this guy is extremely lucky. Then you'll get other people who are just as good as this guy when playing Destiny, or even better, and don't get any. So in many ways, Destiny is about luck. Unfortunately for people like myself and others who are not disabled in the eyesight and are great players, they get nothing. So, as my eyesight is blurry and distorted, So I'm again just restricted in playing video games. And what makes it worse, for me to play video games, I have to close my right eye. So there you have it. Keratoconus is quite simple. A mental block. Information from my eyes don't always transmit to my brain. Then my eyesight is distorted and blurry. Then I have to close my right eye. But do video game developers, do they make allowances? No, they don't. They don't make allowances. In many ways, it's like playing Destiny 1. I will pick up the basic weapons. And that's it, and I feel that is fine because you've got people who done glitches and picked up the elite weapons. What do I mean by the elite weapons? Vex pistol class. That's what I mean. And yet, I've done War Machine. And what I pick up, I'll put it this way. I picked up the Red Death. Now you can buy that from Zara now and again. So why is Destiny developers giving out weapons that you can buy from Zara? And when we got to the part where you jump in the kind of a cubicle, as it's just before the boss itself, is the gold chest. So when I open the gold chest, what do I get? The Hereafter, an exotic sniper rifle, which, and again, you can buy from Zara. So you've gone through all that rigmarole, killing all those enemies, struggling extremely, and all you get is Red Death, the Hereafter. And it's like when you do the final boss, you get people who breeze through it and they find it easy, and for me it's impossible. Now, because there's too much information in, you got the killing the main boss, which is cannon. You got to pick up an orb and you got to throw it at a triangle. That for me is invisible. I mean, the final boss is red. The triangle is red. I mean, that's the problem with Destiny. I don't give a fuck. All they want is the money. The same with Activision. They don't want to make it easy or make allowances for disabled people. They just want your money. And I don't quite basically give a fuck. I mean, it's rumoured that they made billions. But to go back to the main purpose of this video is to explain caricatones and what it's like for me to play a video game. But it affects me in all life. I mean, I will look at words and I have a mental block, literally a mental block with certain words. No matter how often I correct myself with the incorrect spelling of certain words, I just cannot accept. And it's irritating as hell. I mean, I write poetry, I write prose, I make audio files and videos for disabled people, and yet I could never sell my writings because of this problem. Because if you look at my grammar, you'll see it completely different to other people's grammar. So publishers want grammar in a certain way. The biggest problem I had, and still have, was that when I was a teenager, because being disabled in those days when you was a teenager, so I'm 59 in July, to give you a rough idea, I never had any homework. Why didn't I have any homework? No, that's not quite true. I was given homework. Where was the homework? It was written on the blackboard. Now, to give you a rough idea, when you put on a pair of glasses or sunglasses, the lens is extremely close to your eyeball, your cornea. That's how close I have to hold words to my eyesight for me to read and try and grasp the meaning and so grasp the information. But you cannot do that with a blackboard. And so I went through school extremely disadvantaged where I couldn't read the information in a blackboard, on a blackboard. So by the age of 14, I couldn't read. I had to actually teach myself great difficulty, and with the help of a female teacher, to read wasn't very easy. When I see people, in general, I have to see them on a regular basis for the information, what they look like, is stored in my brain. And so I know people, but I must have long-term information about them. Because if I look at them and trying to correctly pick up information about their face, I get a blockage. I see them in a blurred state, a distorted state. What do I mean by this? Imagine there's a picture in a picture frame, and you have, I'm going to put that very, very careful. You have a number of candles in front of that picture, and so you have a number of flickering flames. You got to try and look between the flames to get the face with clarity, and it's not. And I've been told on a number of occasions I have cataracts in both eyes. So, if you know what cataracts is, and you don't know what it is, I suggest you look it up to give you a better idea. And yet my cataracts isn't developed to a certain level where it can be scraped away by a knife from a surgeon. So I go through life with cataracts, and it's irritating. So, give you a rough idea. I have osteoarthritis in both my kneecaps. Now, if you don't know what osteoarthritis is, I'll give you another idea. Picture two dwarfs strapped to your kneecaps 24/7, and each of them have a nail gun, and they're clicking away. So from the time I wake up until the time I go to bed, I'm in 24/7 pain. Now this goes on every day, all my life. Fortunately for me, I've only had osteoarthritis. I haven't had it all my life, but it's still irritating and it's soul destroying. Now, osteoarthritis, epilepsy, grand mal epilepsy. So the walking is affected. The eyesight is affected. I always run the risk of having a fit in social places with people around. So you can imagine I am extremely restrictive when it comes to enjoying life. Also, I realise that there are disabled people worse off than myself. I mean, they may be in calipers, they may be in a wheelchair, they may be in a situation where they're unable to leave their home by their own means. So they're taken out by a carer, or they're taken out by their parents. And so I use my GoPro to make videos, because my GoPro lens is set. No chance of zooming in, no chance of blurriness. So I make videos for the enjoyment of disabled people. But you know what the biggest problem is? If I give my card to a carer for the purpose of introducing my video to that person, for them to enjoy, and for them to use their imagination to leave their home and go into the video itself, which is quite easy, viable, the carer may throw away the card because psychologically the carer has already judged the videos as boring and non-interested, because they themselves, the carer, has dismissed the videos, and yet does not introduce the videos to the person they're caring for. So in many ways, disabled people, whenever I have the chance to look at my videos for free, I have 40 videos on my YouTube channel, because the carers looking after them have already decided that they wouldn't like the videos. And so arrogance and conceitedness crawls into the carer's mind without realising either the carer doesn't know how they're behaving, how they're conducting themselves in relation to the person they're looking after. Because I see these carers on a regular basis, and it's strange. Like many carers do a wonderful job, but then again, you get the cowboy carers. It basically doesn't give a rat's ass. And unfortunately, when mentally disabled individuals who obviously have a disadvantage when it comes to interacting with people in a social gathering like a coffee shop or on a bus, where they make these loud noises and they behave in their concept about how to behave with strangers on a bus or in a cafe, which is not only loud, but it's also intimidating. And yet the carers do nothing. And so the people who are disabled are allowed to carry on exhibiting themselves, making themselves uninviting by the way they perceive interacting with strangers. And this is wrong. And so the cowboy carers get their money, and what the people they're supposed to be paid to care for are damaging their own reputation, giving the wrong information. Everyone has a right to express themselves, but unfortunately people like Down syndrome who lack that interaction, that key, are permitted to be abstract in many ways. And so, this audio, I do hope it's been enlightening. To give you another idea about keratoconus, allow you to open up your mind to where video developers who just don't give a rat's ass, who don't care when it comes to disabled people. And with Destiny, no doubt Destiny 2 can be very much the same as Destiny 1. And so, I think Destiny 2 is going to be identical in many ways. Same crappy weapons, same crappy engrams, the same endless green engrams. Oh, God. And because of my disability in my eyes, many people choose not to play with me on the video games. They view that it's to their advantage to play with great, brilliant players. But what they don't realise they're doing is that they are discriminating against me because of my eyesight. In many ways, although I'm white, I know what it's like to be black. People abuse me. People take advantage of my situation. And in many ways, they hang me out to dry. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Take care.